Hey guys, this is Ben, the creator with Monumental Heart Media, and today I'm here with Antonio. He's a mortgage loan originator. He is with Bear Financial. He's going to tell us a little bit about his story, how he got started. And with that being said, how long have you been in the business and how did you get started?
I actually started in this industry at the age of 16 and a half. I used to play competitive soccer,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I got injured my sophomore, going on junior year, and I was going down the wrong path. First generation in the U.S., my parents, they were like, no, you need to do something. My mom's side of the family, they're all in the mortgage industry, realtors, mortgages. And my mom, as stubborn as she is, which I thank her today, is you got to do something with your life. And she reached out to my mentor, Manuel Rodriguez. He's still in the mortgage industry now, and said, hey, take this guy in, show him something. I just don't want him at home. I don't want him on the streets. And I started telemarketing with him. I really enjoyed it. Little by little, I started learning. When I graduated high school, I said, you know what, Mom? I'm going to go into the mortgage industry full blown. And she was like, no, you need to go to college. And I was like, but I'm good at what I do. I like connecting with people. She was like, yeah, but you need to go to college. Like, you're first generation in the U.S., you need to go to college.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's do both. I was like, okay. Fast forward, it took me 12 years to earn my bachelor's degree, but I made it. I handed it to my mom. Here's your bachelor's degree. But I stuck through the mortgage industry this whole time.
So how long overall?
In the industry from 2004 till now, so 20 years,
Wow. Okay.
18 years.
18 years. All right. So tell me a little bit about, you've been through all the cycles of the economy, like ups and down. Like, how was it? Because if you went in 2004, that was right before the crash.
Right.
So how was it, that transition, the super craziness that was happening back then, and then the crash? Like, how was that transition for you?
I started in 2002, actually, through the telemarketing, but I
Yeah.
started full blown in 2004 when I was licensed through Countrywide.
Yeah.
The transition, because I was working as a direct lender back then, or a wholesale lender, it was easier. The meltdown didn't hit me till like around 2013, even though it hit in 2008.
Wow.
The reason behind it, there was about 3,000 loan officers back then.
Yeah.
From those 3,000, they shrunk it to about 1,000 because they laid off 2,000. And then it was 100 of us. And then from those 100, it was 10 of us. From those 10, they opened a complete new department, which was called REO Marketing, which we resold foreclosures nationwide. And because we had the knowledge on the numbers, on the back end stuff, we were mitigating losses for our investors while still carrying a loan pipeline. So we're a hybrid, but we're focusing more on that side. And then that company that we were working with called us in one day in 2013 and said, hey, bring your stuff. We no longer have this department. You're laid off. And that's when the economy or the recession hit me.
Wow. That's crazy. It shows a lot of your commitment to your craft and the pretty much like the, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistency and just your mental strength, dude. That's so cool, man. That I feel for you to say 5 years later, when everybody thinks 2008 as the market crash and how everything everybody's world fell apart, for you to say, okay, it didn't happen for me after 5 years. Wow. And then and from there, as soon as you got let go, you pretty much you started at a mortgage company. And
yeah, I started working my way back up. I went to various banks, and in 2019, I was like, what am I doing jumping from company to company, from lender to lender? And I was like, I need to build my brand. I need to build my team, and I do what I do very well, and I love connecting with people. So I partnered up with Jeff Diaz, which he's my business partner at Bear Financial.
yeah.
And then we created our own team, and this is where we're at now.
Ah, dude, brand wise, like, you're doing a great job. I've been following you on social media, and I love your content overall. And if people want to learn more about your values, what are your core values as an individual and then as an entrepreneur?
My core values as an individual, like I mentioned earlier, my mom, she's been one of those, as you need to do what you say and say what you do.
Yeah.
So keeping my word is very important on the business aspect, on the personal aspect. And we all, 2008, because I lived it, everybody was like loan officers or people in the industry, they're all about making money. They just want you to essentially move forward at their expense. And to me, one of them, and I learned this at another company, but numbers and units follow, they don't lead. What I mean by that is I do need to provide for my family. I do make a living out of this, but I'm never going to make money at an expense of another family. So those are my main two core values. I want to help as many families as possible. I want to get them from point A to point Z. Yes, it is a business, but I'm never going to overcharge you. And I'm never going to take something that you worked very hard for just because I'm in the position to do it.
Wow, that was deep, dude. I mean, that shows a lot of who you are, and it's really impressive with everything that you're doing. So if this is the first time someone's going to watch this podcast and this is their first introduction to you, what do you actually do different when it comes to your referral partners, realtors that want to potentially do business with you?
What I do different is I actually listen and I care to my clients' needs, my business partner needs. And I try not to be that typical loan officer that calls you on Monday morning, like, hey, how do your open houses go? Or, hey, do you have any leads for me? What's going on there? Like, I want to actually divulge myself, put on my boots, go to war with you, help you generate leads. Social media, like I always say, attention is the new currency.
Yeah.
And social media is that attention. So I have a whole marketing team behind me that allows me to tailor marketing for our realtor partners, for our title companies. We do community events to have you be the face of the business. I want your business to grow just for my business to even have a shot of growing.
Yeah.
So the more people I help grow in our industry long term, I know my business is going to reap in the rewards at that point. So I'll help you brand yourself. I'll help you create content. I'll help you move the needle forward little by little versus just taking your leads.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of loan officers that are out there that will be, hey, I close fast. Hey, I have close short fees. Hey, I have control of this. I have control of that. That's our job.
Yeah.
Everybody has that.
True.
So you need to stand out and give people what they don't have in order to move the needle forward.
And if this is the first time that like I said earlier, like I know this is the first time they're going to meet you, what do you specialize when it comes to your trade?
I specialize in first-time buyers. I love helping families get the keys for the first time. I specialize in refinances. I know right now refinancing is very slow. For all you veterans out there, I know the ins and outs of VA financing. So pretty much on the purchasing side, we specialize in giving clients the program that best fits their needs. As a mortgage broker, because they always ask what's the difference between a broker and a direct lender. As a mortgage broker, we know what lenders to use and we know what lenders not to use in your specific situation. It's not a one size fits all.
That's amazing. So, as you guys already know, Monument to Heart Media is a company that specializes in content creation and social media management. If you are a brand new entrepreneur, if you've been doing this for a while, you probably heard this term called the call to action. What that is, how could people find you online? Do you have a website, a phone number that people could reach you? With that being said, what's your call to action?
You can find me on Instagram as Antonio, your mortgage lender. I'm also on TikTok. They already took the name as Antonio, your mortgage lender. So I changed it to Antonio, your mortgage guy. So you can find me on TikTok, and Facebook is the same as Instagram. I am dual licensed. I'm licensed in the state of California, Arizona. So my Arizona phone number is 480-625-8278. California is 562-774-8077. And don't wait for the right opportunity. Let us create it for you.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for stopping by, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Perfect.